In this episode, we'll cover the very beginning of Salat, known as Niyyah, meaning intention. We begin our prayer by raising both our hands to the level of our earlobes and say, Allahu Akbar. We then lower our hands and fold them over our belly button so that the right arm is above the left arm. We then recite, وَجَّهْتُ وَجْهِيَ لِلَّذِي فَطَرَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ حَنِيفًا وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. We then recite Sana, which is the glorification of Allah the Almighty. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa tabaraka asmuka wa ta'ala jadduka wa la ilaha ghayruk. In this video, we'll cover the Qiyam, the posture where one stands before Allah with his arms folded. When standing in Qiyam, our heels should be just in front of the line. Our eyes should be fixed at the spot where we will perform sajda. During Qiyam, we seek Allah's refuge and recite Surah Fatiha, the opening chapter of the Holy Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. We then recite a portion of the Holy Quran. This can be any chapter or part of a chapter of the Holy Quran. For example, we can recite Surah Ikhlas. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. This video will cover the ruku, the posture where we bow before Allah with our hands placed on our knees. The second posture in the Islamic prayer is the ruku. When going into the ruku, we say, Allahu Akbar. Our hands should be pressing against our knees, and the upper half of our body should be parallel to the ground. We then recite 3 times, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. We return to the standing position with our arms by our sides while proclaiming, Sami Allahu liman hamida. As we stand up, we recite, Rabbana walakal hamd, hamdan kathiran, tayyiban, mubarakan fih. In this video, we'll cover the sajda, the posture where we prostrate before Allah. From the standing position, we come down into prostration while proclaiming, Allahu Akbar. During prostration, our forehead, nose, palms, knees, and toes should be touching the floor. Our head should be between our hands. Our fingers and toes should be facing the Qibla. We recite 3 times, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. In this video, we'll cover the Jilsa, the sitting posture between the 2 sajdas. After our first prostration, we raise ourselves up to the sitting position while reciting Allahu Akbar. In this sitting position, our hands are placed above our knees. Our left foot should be spread horizontally on the ground. Our right foot should be vertical with the toes pointing towards the Qibla. In this position, we recite the prayer, Rabbi ghfirli warhamni wahdini wa'afini wajburni warzuqni warafa'ni. We then go into prostration again while proclaiming Allahu Akbar. Then we repeat the prayer 3 times, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. In this final video, we'll cover the Qa'da, the final sitting posture in Islamic prayer. Once we have performed both prostrations, we raise ourselves up into the sitting position while saying Allahu Akbar. In the sitting position, our hands are placed above our knees. Our left foot should be spread horizontally on the ground. Our right foot should be vertical with the toes pointing towards the Qibla. In this position, we recite the prayer, At-tahiyyatu lillahi was-salawatu wat-tayyibatu assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alayna wa ala ibadillahi s-salihin. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallahu وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. While saying Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, our index finger of our right hand is raised. After bearing witness to the oneness of God, we send salutations upon His Prophet. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama sallaita ala Ibrahima wa ala ali Ibrahima innaka Hamid Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta ala Ibrahima wa ala ali Ibrahima innaka Hamid Majid. After sending salutations upon the Prophet, we recite the following prayers of the Holy Quran. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. While still in this position, we end our salat by turning our face first towards the right and then towards the left. Each time we say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This concludes the Islamic prayer.